What's up, Virgo? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. So, okay, I'm in a super hyper mood, and the last few readings that we were doing for you guys were a little tough. Okay, so I'm like, let me do it now so I can balance it out just in case it comes out tough again. But let's see what's going on for you guys. Now, for anyone who is waiting on a personal reading or who would like a personal reading, please wait till the end where I will talk about that. I really want to make sure that you guys get that message so that we're all on the same page, okay? All right, Virgos. So I'm using a brand new deck. For anyone who is interested, my current obsession is Cairo Marchetti and anything that he makes. So this is called the Tarot of Dreams tarot deck, okay? And at the end, we'll use some oracle decks by Cairo Marchetti. All right, guys. So let's see what is going on. This will be your July 2018 mid-month reading. And this will be for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs, okay? So let's see what is going on for my lovely Virgos. And bear with me, guys, because this is a brand new deck and it's huge and my hands are small, so my hands are getting a workout right now. All right, what is going on for the sign of Virgo, July 2018 mid-month? One more shuffle, that should do it. Alright, that feels good. Let's put this deck. Okay. All right, Virgo. So the energy that we have here, we have the Two of Coins in the reverse. All right, so this is a sense of balance that you guys were looking for, but now you have found balance. Something in your life that had to be dropped, or just something, you know, decision that you're making that is bringing you balance. So this is a very good start, okay? Behind that, we do have the Ten of Swords and the Fool card, where there could be some sort of harsh or abrupt ending, maybe some sort of betrayal, where you have a complete new path that you go on, where you're able to build something slowly but surely, where you're in the talking phases. Maybe there's, you know, a Taurus, another Virgo, or a Capricorn that you're dealing with. But I feel like there's just something you guys are in the works of building. And we have the Seven of Cups. So with the Seven of Cups, and we have the Eight of Wands, you know, trying to sort out, how do I want to get this done? What's the best path for it? Are there any illusions here? Is there things that I really have to figure out? And who do I need to talk to? What do I need to do to make this happen? Okay, but with the Chariot, you guys are really taking control of your life. Okay, you're back in the driver's seat. You're dictating the way that things are going. And with the Faith card in the reverse, this is the Hierophant. Okay, so with the Hierophant in the reverse, it's because of something unconventional that you drop, or something that you just have to let go of, that just, it's not part of your belief system anymore. It's just something you have to drop, okay? All right, guys, so let's get into it. I'm excited to be using this deck. So the first card we have for the past, guys, is the Devil card. All right, so with the Devil card, you're going through a very toxic situation in the past. Okay. It doesn't always have to be another toxic person. You know, it could be over drinking, over smoking, anything that you do too much of that can have a negative effect on you, having the whole cake instead of having a slice of it, that sort of thing. All right, we have the Chariot. So you could have been taking off very quickly with something that wasn't that good for you, okay? But feeling like you were in control of it. And the truth is, we're never truly in control of the devil. He makes us think we are. And we have the Two of Cups. So there's this very strong connection that you have with someone. It doesn't have to be intimate, okay? But you're trying to take off with it. But there's something really toxic here. With the Seven of Wands in the reverse, you just can't stand the adversity anymore. Before, you're trying to fight and fight this, but you just can't. Too much adversity, you don't want to do it. There's someone here who is being a leech. All right, who's draining your energy, whether it was you guys who were the leech or whether it was the other person. Now, everything that I pull here, guys, the energy could be transferable, so I don't want anyone to ever get upset and say, Lissette, you're describing the other person, not me, or vice versa, because it could be either of you, okay? We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse, so someone is kind of blinded by their angry passion here, okay? So just, you know, a very dangerous energy to be around in the past. The next card that we have, if I could pick this up, we have the Six of Cups. So with the Six of Cups, this is something that can do with children, if you have very important children in your life. Or this is a sense of looking back at the past, looking back at something that you may have had prior to your situation, okay? And we have the Lovers card in the reverse. So maybe you start thinking about someone that you let go of, or someone that you had a fallout with. Maybe this is, you know, pertaining to this toxic energy where you're thinking about how good things were in the beginning and how, you know, crappy it may have turned now, okay? And we have the Five of Swords. So with the Five of Swords, you guys become very conflicted about something that you're thinking about from the past. Okay, something that, you know, with the Ten of Coins here, the Ten of Pentacles, you felt really good about it at a certain time. When you see the Ten of Pentacles, usually in other decks as well, you'll see a family outside just, you know, laughing, playing in the meadow, you know, a nice, beautiful house, everything just set up. So you're probably thinking back at a time where I had it all, okay? The next card that we have for the past is the Hanged Man. So with the Hanged Man, you put yourself in a place that despite anything that happened prior to this moment, you do not want to overexert yourself. You're at a point where it's just like, okay, I need to figure out what is my flow, what is my vibration, and what have I been doing to go against what naturally suits me, okay? So you're not overexerting yourself for anyone or for anything. You're just trying to figure out, you know, kind of taking that step back, you know, suspending yourself in air, just like the Hanged Man does, and really trying to figure out what suits me and what doesn't. All right, and you have the Empress card. So with the Empress card, this could be a new beginning that you want to get into. This is the goddess of fertility. So, you know, whether it's a man or female, it's someone that is able to create beautiful things. Maybe it's someone in a mother's place, okay? Maybe for some of you, you're thinking about something related to family, a very important female in your life, someone who's very nurturing and loving, okay? Maybe you are that person. And we have the Eight of Wands. You feel like speaking to this person or starting this new thing is what's with your flow. Okay? I'm like absolutely in love with this deck, so just give me a second as I sit here in awe of how beautiful this artistry is. Now, the energy that we're going to is the Two of Wands in the reverse. So there's something here, Virgo, that you know makes you feel good, that you know makes you feel at home, that you know you can kind of just rest and just put all your problems to rest, okay? But there's a sense of feeling lost because, you know, right now in the present moment, with the Four of Wands in the reverse, you have this very strong sense of instability that you're feeling. There could be a big transition in your life, but there's part of you that isn't at ease right now. Okay, we have the Four of Coins in the reverse. You become very guarded from something or from someone. Okay, maybe you're being very tight with money for some of you. Maybe you feel unstable financially. That could totally be it. But there's a sense of instability that you feel. There's a sense of having to guard yourself from something, and it's right underneath the Devil card. So whoever you were dancing with that was a devil for you, you know, you just feel like that was unstable, or that it is unstable since it's in the present moment. And you have the Ace of Cups. So you know that there's a new start here, okay, that's going to make you feel very stable. If I could pick this up. What is it that you guys want? Okay, there's something new that you know will make you feel nourished, that will make you feel loved. You don't have it 100% right now. You feel unstable because you feel like this would make you feel better. And this doesn't even have to be, I'm like putting these cards in the wrong spot. This doesn't even have to be going to somebody else. This doesn't even have to do with another person. Maybe it's something within you. Maybe you've gotten into some sort of really bad habit that has derailed you from succeeding in your life. And now you're at a point that it's like, damn, I lost so much because of that. You know, maybe you were smoking a lot and you were high a lot. There's nothing wrong with weed in my perspective. I'm all about it. But for certain people that they wake up, they do it, and they do it throughout the day, and then you're just on the couch all day. It's like, it's okay to do it, but just make sure you get your shit done. And if you can't function on it, then don't do it while you have things to do, you know. So maybe it was something like that where you got really wrapped up in drugs or in drinking, okay? And you want to get back to a good place and you know how to. Or maybe it's just a person. Maybe it's getting back home, just something that makes you feel good, okay? Now, the next card that you have, and this is the center of your reading, guys, so this is where everything just connects. The Three of Swords in the reverse. What pain are you suppressing? What heartache have you not addressed? Okay? This is the center of it. There's something that is really bothering you, that's really hurting you, and you're trying to your best to say, no, I'm okay, I'm good, I can get past this. But this is something that when you're home alone at night, when you put your head on your pillow, when you're done with all your social media and there's no one to talk to because it's late and your mind just starts running, this is what you think about. At your most vulnerable state, this is what you think about, okay? And you have the High Priestess in the reverse. So there's something in your life that's wrong. There's something or someone that's not supposed to be there right now. And your soul is trying to scream and is trying to tell you. But you're trying to either make excuses for it, okay? Or maybe you're just trying to turn a blind eye to it. But there's just something here that you guys have to stop dealing with because it's bringing you way too much adversity. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse. And although I love the Page of Wands just in general, in the reverse, this is a shit talker. This is someone who's going to cause a lot of problems. This is, that bully at school that says, I'll meet you at 3 o'clock, behind the basketball court. Okay, so this is just a punk that you're dealing with, whether you're the punk in the situation or someone else is. So there's kind of a very distasteful energy around you that you guys have to find a way to release and, stop making excuses for it. Now, the next card that we have for the present moment, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm jumping the gun. Let's see why this Three of Swords in the reverse is here. But if anyone was wondering, it was the Three of Cups in the reverse. We'll get there in a moment. Why is this Three of Swords in the reverse here? Knight of Wands in the reverse. There is a suppressed heartache when it comes to a time where you or somebody else cheated, or where you or somebody else became very unstable and very unreliable. Okay. We have the Five of Cups. You're feeling a loss over this, a very heavy loss over this. Okay. You're trying to smile when you go out, but it's something that you feel strongly in your heart. Okay, you're trying to be as strong as possible. So I see you guys being resilient. I see you showing up to work. I see you, going to your Sunday family dinners, whatever it is that you do. I see you showing up. But I feel like you're hiding something so strong within you that's, has the ability to really just tear you up. So Three of Cups in the reverse. So it could be a third-party situation that you were involved with. All right. If it's not within love, then this is some sort of fallout that you had. Maybe you removed yourself from a job. Maybe you removed yourself from a circle of friends. Maybe you just don't want to go out because when we see this upright, this is a card about partying, celebration, having fun. So maybe you're just home. Maybe you're depressed. Maybe you're just, really in your head about whatever this is. Now we have the Tower card. So something big is happening here, Virgo. There's going to be a big change that is going to shake up the ground beneath you. The Tower card doesn't mean good or bad. It means change. So let's see where this change is going. And let's see how this Three of Cups in the reverse ties into it. Alright, so what do we have here? We have the Six of Wands in the reverse. So a victory that you are not feeling, something that you are not proud of, something that didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. And there's a big change because of it. Okay? And now you know that there's something with the Three of Wands here This card is actually the reason I bought this deck. This is the only card I saw and I said I need that deck. Okay, so with the Three of Wands here, are you turning your back on something in order to expand? Or is there some sort of ship that you're waiting to come in? Okay. In this case, I feel like there's something that you are turning your back on. Okay. Something that involves a lot of conflict that you guys have to cut it out. You have the Five of Wands and the Queen of Swords here. Virgo, what needs to be dropped for you guys to find balance? What can you do to find this balance? Even if you feel like you don't have control, you do have control. You have control of how this goes. Okay. And I'll be honest with you guys, I've been reading up on a lot of Virgos, and this is just an energy I've been concentrating on a lot. At different times of the year, there's different signs that I feel I need to tend to a little bit more. And I love you guys to death. Okay, so I'm saying this as a friend. Let's have tea together. That a lot of the behavior I've seen around Virgo has been self-sabotaging. Whether you have something good and you mess it up, or you're in something that you know is bad but you stay. Okay, both could be self-sabotaging. Because once we know that something is bad for us, even if we're not the catalyst to any of the chaos, even if we're not doing anything bad towards that person or towards that thing, if we know something is not good, if we know a person is unstable, if we know there's something in our lives that don't make sense but we don't remove it, that is self-sabotage, especially if you have the power to remove it. So I really want to make sure that we start moving away from that energy and you guys realize your power. And I feel like this is a time, Virgo, that you guys really have to think about what is best for me, what is best for my heart, what is best for my soul. All right, let's not go by social media. Let's not go by, you know, the Drake Kiki dance and who's doing what. You know, let's not go by any of that. Let's go by what makes your heart feel whole. What makes your soul feel good. Okay, at the end of the night, when you lay your head down, are you satisfied with how you live that day? Are you truly happy with those around you? And what needs to change for you to feel better? All right, now moving forward. The first card that we have for the future is the King of Swords in the reverse. So a very tough energy here, guys. So maybe it's a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini that you were dealing with. Okay, but whether it is you or someone else, there's someone here that has become abusive mentally, physically, emotionally, verbally. Okay, doesn't have to be all, it could be some of them. But this person gets to this place for two different reasons, because at this point they're very, very selfish. And I'm sorry, I'm having a pop-up here. At this point, you know, this person is very, very selfish, and they're not going to do anything that is not benefiting them. I'm sorry, I keep getting pop-ups, guys. So like I said, this comes in two ways. One, somebody goes through so much in life that they can't take it anymore. Just getting these pop-ups out of the way, guys, I'm sorry. So they can't take it anymore. This could be when someone just snaps. It's like, look, I was trying to be nice to you, but you've been treating me like shit for months and I can't take it. Fuck you, I'm out. That sort of assertiveness. Okay? Two, this could be someone that is just really malicious. Okay? And it doesn't even have to be you that caused that malice. Maybe they were abused as a child. Maybe they were really fucked up by their past lover. Maybe they just went through something that you have no say in. But guess what? You became the punching bag. Okay? So who is this energy? If you're exerting this energy, why? Find the source of it. Don't put this out, because when you put this out and it comes back, anytime karma comes back, it comes back worse than what we gave it. So this is not a good energy to put out. And if it's coming towards you, then you really have to ask yourself, why am I standing for this energy? This is an energy that can bring down the strongest person. Okay? Not a cool energy to be around. Let's see what's up with this King of Swords. This could be male or female. It's just somebody that can seem malicious. Alright, so we have the Six of Coins in the reverse, where this is causing a huge sense of imbalance. So what you have to realize is that there's going to be someone here. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm talking so much for you guys, but there's somebody here that is not getting what they're giving. Maybe you're working for a boss who is the devil himself, okay? And you're breaking your back working 60, 70 hours a week and they're paying you $7 an hour. Okay, so that's not a good balance. Maybe this is someone giving you their all. You know, they spent 17 hours cooking this crazy stew. I don't know how long stews take, okay? But you get home and you're like, oh, I actually don't like that. I'm going out with my boys tonight, okay? So there's just an imbalance here, guys. Like I said, I'm going to tend to you guys because I feel like it's a delicate time for you. We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. This either has to do with promiscuous behavior, or it has to do with someone who's very emotionally unstable. If there is someone, you know, if you guys are promiscuous and someone gets upset about it and they, you know, the King of Swords in the reverse comes out because of that, then you have to remove yourself, all right? You have to get to the point where either you're very honest with the different people that you're talking to and saying, look, I don't want commitment right now, I'm just kind of doing my thing. Or you just drop what you don't think is serving you, because with this energy, the backlash is going to be something you don't want. And if it's someone that you're dealing with that could be doing this to you, again, you don't want this sort of energy. You don't want anything that's going to bring this out in you. But someone is really just making a bad call here. So we have the Judgment card in the reverse. You guys have a lot of strong air energy around you. But air energy is very, it always comes out after some sort of difficult turmoil, because that's the energy people need to get through pain, okay? We have the Hermit card in the reverse. Something is bad judgment, but somebody doesn't know all of the facts. So someone is making some sort of bad call. Maybe you're choosing to be with someone, but you don't know they have 7 other people they're dating. Maybe you're doing something that is not the best call, but someone that you're dealing with doesn't know all the facts. Maybe they think you went to the grocery store, and maybe you went to the strip club, okay? Just giving you guys examples so you can see the story. And we have the Temperance card in the reverse. Guys, your soul is not at ease. Your soul wants to have a chat with you. Your soul is like, yo, what's up, Virgo? What are we doing? This is not what I want for us, okay? This is not what we need. Queen of Wands in the reverse. The King of Wands in the reverse. The Queen of Wands in the reverse. Guys, this is an energy of plates being thrown. This is an energy of windows being smashed. This is anger. This is chaos. This is not good, and this is avoidable. Whoever is making your soul uneasy, or whatever is making your soul uneasy, you need to avoid this. It's going to blow up, okay? Last card is the Three of Coins. All right, so you're building here. You're seeing eye to eye with someone, or you can be building within business, or maybe you're just building yourself. And you have the Two of Wands in the reverse. So there is a place in your life where you want to build, but you feel lost, okay? You know what path you want to take, but you feel lost as to which one you should actually take. And you have the Death card. Something's being dropped, something's being built, okay? And your biggest dilemma is, which do I do to each, okay? Who do you drop? What do you drop? Who do you build with, or what do you build with? So I feel like this is a situation where something's got to go. But I don't think that you guys have addressed who's staying and who's going yet. And you need to address that. Because there is somebody here, and maybe it's you. Okay, we have to be able, or mature enough to look in the mirror and determine that we are that toxic person. And before, I used to be a super toxic person before any sort of awakening, okay? Anything I say, guys, is never, ever, ever with judgment, because I have been there, I have done that. Somebody here is at a very low vibration. Someone here is really going to scar you guys if you don't stay out of this, okay? You need to figure out the source of these problems, because there's something that you need to give up on. And this is how you realize what you give up on. We have the King of Coins in the reverse. So this is your energy, whether you're male or female. And we have the Justice card in the reverse. Something that's unfair. Could be cheating. Could be something not going your way. But you know what needs to be dropped? Whatever your heart's not truly in. Okay? What are you keeping around for fun? And what do you keep around to really nourish your soul? Right now, it's like you have a plate of steak and potatoes, and I'm sorry to my vegetarians. Potatoes and tofu? Okay, so you have a plate, right? A main course. And then you have a piece of chocolate cake. Which one is going to fulfill you? One is delicious and one is good, but one has empty calories, and you're going to, you know, you're not going to be fueled a long time. The other one, you're going to have energy for hours. Do you want the chocolate cake or do you want the steak and potatoes? Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to pull an oracle card for you guys to give you some guidance. Like I said, Caro Marchetti has been my obsession. So I have a new oracle deck that I'm so excited to use for you. And it's called Oracle of Visions by Caro Marchetti. Okay. If any of you know him, tell him I'm his biggest fan. But let's see what your guidance is. And bear with me because this is a completely new deck as well. I just got it in the mail a day or two ago. Shout out to Amazon Prime. Alright guys, so let's see what is going on here. Okay. We got one. Beautiful. Okay. Let's see what this means, guys. Look at the card. If anyone wants to screenshot it, go for it. For anyone into numerology, this is the number 30. Okay. Let's see what this card entails because it looks so deep. I'm not the type of person to cry when I see art, but this oracle deck makes me want to cry. All right. Danger, fear. Avoiding danger is no safer in the long run than outright exposure. The fearful are caught as often as the bold. In the darkness, our fears feed from us and grow. Our imaginations nourish them and give them form. In return, they can weaken us further or trigger our defenses. This scene, a clear take on a Little Red Riding Hood, reinforces the concept that danger may not always be obvious. It may be hidden or disguised. In some cases, we are utterly fooled or taken by surprise and will suffer the consequences. But very often, we have a sense that all is not right, that something is out of place. Our basic instincts are triggered and our senses are alerted. Is this the time for caution or boldness? Is it all as it should be? Is he all that he claims to be? Is the offer too good to be true? Very powerful, guys. And just like what I said, there is a situation that I don't see as good in the future, that I see as dangerous in the future. Now, I'll be completely honest with you, and this might sound hypocritical of me because I am a tarot reader, but I personally do not like to get my cards read. I don't like to know my future. Even when I'm doing, for my own sign, Taurus, I completely omit myself from it. I'm just, or just avoid attaching myself to it because I don't want to know. I just don't want to know. But when I do readings and I do see something negative in my future, mark my word, I have avoided that tower moment. I have avoided that catastrophe every single time. You guys have a heads up right now. All right? There is someone or something that is going to try to destroy you, or something that may drive you to want to destroy yourself in your own life. And I don't mean this in a suicidal way, and I really hope nobody's feeling that way because I'm just sending you love and healing if you are. But guys, there's something big here. And you can't let it attack you. You cannot let this get the best of you. There's something in your life that maybe, at the beginning, it felt like a good idea. It seemed like something fun. It seemed like something exciting. But now it's going to just drive you into the ground. There is nothing in this world, except maybe your own children, that is worth putting yourself out like that. Okay? You guys need to really get a grip. You guys really need to wake up and you have to look in the mirror and you have to decide what is best for me. Because I'm going on a path that could go down and, can be very catastrophic. Who in your life is capable of doing that to you or causing you to do things like that where you're self-sabotaging yourself? This isn't fun and games anymore, guys. This is the point of no return if you do not cut it now. All right, I'm fearful to see what would happen if you guys don't remove this from your life. So as a friend, I am telling you, please, whatever this ticking bomb is in your life, remove it and throw that shit as far as you can and cut it out in any way that you can. All right, do whatever you need to, reach out to friends, do whatever you have to do to make sure that you're not getting the harsh end of this. Okay, if you've made mistakes in the past, that's fine. All right, but there's two different types of people that I see all the time. I see people who, they say, oh, I fucked up, so let me just keep fucking up. Everyone thinks I'm a fuck up. And then there's people that say, okay, I admit that I messed up. I admit that wasn't a good decision, but let me turn my back and let me build back up. You guys need to build back up. You know where your heart is at home. You know what truly makes you feel good. Okay, if there is any sort of energy around you that it makes you question yourself, it makes you question what you do, or you look at it and it's like, how is this even happening? Are you truly in front of me, and are you truly putting me through this? Anything that makes you feel crazy like that, please just release it and let it go. Okay, because there's somebody out for the kill. All right, so this is hunt or be hunted. You guys have to be careful. Watch your steps. Make sure you're not letting anyone get the best of you. And if everything is squeaky clean in your life right now, and there may be someone new that you're talking to or a new job, just make sure that you see what this person or what this job or whatever this is, make sure you truly know what you're dealing with before you get into it. Okay, the biggest disasters I have ever seen is people that just run into things without thinking about it. Always keep in mind that the devil will come as everything that you have ever wanted. Okay? You guys want to know about my biggest pain? Here's the tea that I'm going to give you. One of the biggest pains that I have ever had. Maybe a few years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago. And I did it when I was 16 as well. But I made a new list, because this was the second list I've ever made of everything I want in a man. Okay? And I literally wrote down everything, down to physical attributes. And guess what? I found that man. Every single thing on the list he had. Okay? And when I found this man, ooh, I fell so hard and so fast. Like, I'm talking about, like, at the end of week 1, I'm like, yo, I think I could love this guy. It was just really stupid and foolish on my part. And that was the most burned I've ever gotten. Because I'm a very private person when it comes to relationships. If I ever post a person, it's serious, okay? And it's probably been months that I've been seeing them in silence. And this person literally waited until I posted a photo. And literally 3 days later, I never spoke to them again. We got into our first argument, and I woke up in the morning just feeling different and ready to just talk about it and get through it, and I never spoke to them again. To this day, I have never spoken to them. And it was the most painful and most humiliating thing for me, because I don't like looking stupid. As a Taurus, my biggest fear is public humiliation. Okay, and I'm trying to be like a motivational speaker around the world, so I'm sure it's going to come a lot in the future. But if something feels good, ask yourself why. Because usually we're attracted to similar energies. We're attracted to people who have similar demons as us. Okay? So if you're in a really, really bad place and you're alone and you're by yourself and someone comes into your life and you're super attracted, you have to ask yourself why. Because you weren't radiating a lot of good. So what attracted them to you and what attracted you to them? If you're in a very good place, then you also have to be cautious. Narcissistic people love stable people. Okay? So you have to make sure that they're sharing your light, not just trying to take it. Alright? I've been talking a lot, Virgo. I love you guys. Now, in regards to personal readings, and this is to people who are waiting as well. If you guys do want to get a personal reading, the wait time is usually around 2 weeks. Now, as I've told every single other sign, for the first month and a half of summer, my son was indoors. You know, I was having him do activities and things in the house, but I was not taking him out because I am always drowning in readings. I will start early in the morning, I'll finish late at night, but I still don't feel accomplished because of all the readings I have to do that I still have yet to get to. So I kept telling myself, I'm going to catch up, then I could take him out. And the truth is, there's no such thing as catching up for me, because if I do 10 readings, 10 more come in. Okay, so I just had to force time off, and I have family coming in about a week or so, and these are people I haven't seen in a long time, and I really love these people, and I don't want to say no to anything because I have to work. All right, so Lissette's going to take some chill time for herself this summer. I really need it, because I don't want to get to the place that I am working so much and that I have so many people always angry at me, because if I take a day off, I'm guaranteed to have like 5 people pissed off at me. It happens every time. But yeah, if I get to the place where it's just too much tension, then I'll stop doing what I do. You know, because I'm not a person that likes to be bothered. I'm not a person that likes to be rushed, because I work so hard. So when people rush me, I'm like, shit, if they only knew what I did today, they wouldn't even be bothering me. Okay? So what I'm trying to say is, please be patient. If you really, really feel like you're gonna want to kick my ass if you don't hear from me by the 14th day, then please get the emergency reading. That is why it's there, and those I get out to you within 24 hours, okay, or the next day. But this all excludes Sundays. I don't work Sundays for anything, okay? So I love you guys so much. Please just be patient with me. Keep that in mind if you are getting a reading. For those of you who are waiting on a reading and you can't wait anymore, you want it faster, shoot me an email. You can upgrade to an emergency reading, or let's just work and see where we're at in regards to readings. But I love you guys. Please realize I'm just one person and I cannot duplicate myself, so please be very mindful and give me time. All right, I love you, Virgo, and I will be back with your love readings next. Take care, guys.